Hey, your hat makes you look dumb. Is it a fedora? Is it a fedora? Shut your mouth. I'll rape you. Never back down, and not even in the face of Armageddon. It's been a while since we had one of those fucking openings and shit. Fuck. Well, there goes his tank. Big Daddy can't fucking breathe without that shit. Is this the one that lights up? Yeah, it is. This is the one that lights up. Where's this red? I want red. Oh, the lights are like starting to flicker. There we go. Yeah. Never back down. Not in the face of Armageddon. Oh no, I'm being sodomized by Big Daddy's thrill. It's like 6 seconds into the newest Tolstoy episode, and we've already talked about sodomy and fedoras, so. You're happy you tuned in. Hi, Tolstoy Kafkaevsky here, and I've decided to make a review, come out of my cave, and I'm actually still in my cave. This is my cave that I pay an exorbitant fee to be in. Apparently this area is considered expensive for the South, which is like good by northern standards. So anyway, I can't believe what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to throw my hat into this ring. Throw my hat. Talk about a holy war. You had to heard of this guy. I cracked that in a joke in a room full of Army airborne soldiers over by the base town, and the wife of the guy who owns the house told me to get out. She pointed at the door and she's like, "You know where it is, get out." Okay. God, not very punny. Ha! Ha! Fucking. After I cracked that joke the first time on one of my, I think it was a Rick Grimes action figure review, because I just couldn't think how to get the fucking left a comment like, "Don't make fun of suicidal ideation, you don't know what I'm going through." Okay, I've had suicidal ideation since I was 16 fucking years old. Either get over it or kill yourself. I mean, I'm like totally down for like the right to die movement. If you don't want to be here anymore, fucking check out. And the fastest way, to be absolutely honest, though it leaves a mess, it's pretty foolproof. And then I'm going to get a whole bunch of social justice warrior comments on the bottom saying like, "No, because you could mess up and stuff. Fucking then you're like crippled." Alright, then just shoot yourself again. Wow, it got super dark. I thought we were going to talk about hats, but just fucking Tolstoy's got to make this shit about goddamn suicide and gun control. Because it's what I do. Like, I saw this documentary about dingoes, because I've just gotten like really big into wild dogs recently. Fucking dingoes, and if you ever really want to watch a cool one, doles. Indian wild dogs. Yeah, that's just some fucking, yeah, it's my shit. MCP and shit, yo. I'm streets, unit. Okay, anyway. Fucking wild dog. Dingoes can't, they have to attack sheep. A dingo is programmed to fight and kill anything that runs from it, and a sheep will just naturally run. So, like, even if they're not hungry, they'll just slaughter whole herds of sheep. So, a dingo can't help be what it is, you know, and I can't, it is what it do, you know, I be what it being. Life is like a box of chocolates. It doesn't last long for fat people. Memes and so forth. Anyway, speaking of memes, let's talk about one of the more popular memes on the internet, which is the idea, and this strikes pretty close to home, the idea that, well, the idea of miladies, or neckbeards, I guess, is a thing. So a long time ago, at a galaxy far, far away, Tolstoy started dressing. I dressed more like this back in the day when I was doing like PSP reviews. Man, my real homegrown reviews. Look on my channel if you're into false information about classic consoles and like little 16-year-old fucktards who are just like learning to drive and getting on the camera and going, I think, fuck, now I'm just throwing matches on the goddamn ground. I think this is the controller, and whoa, like if you're interested in that, go check that out. Unique New York. Anyway, energy drink. This is like one of my Japanese animes. Long time ago, I stopped dressing. I sort of like phased into more dressier clothing, and I started doing like a necktie shirt thing, and I was like talking about like action figures and fucking comic books, cause I'm just hip and cool. Daniel Clow's A Velvet Glove Cast in Iron is one of the weirdest fucking comic books I've ever read, and it actually gave me a panic attack. I didn't know, it's not supposed to make sense. It's legitimately supposed to be based off of daymares, which are like those things where you're just like standing in church and everyone's like singing and going, "Hallelujah, Jesus!" And you're like thinking about, what if like the roof collapsed in like right now? Or like, what if I just like yell penis, 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 penis? Like, that's what it's based off of, is really, really insane daymares that apparently this guy's wife were we talking about stuff and time? No, yeah. So I started wearing more dressier clothing, and yeah, I wore the trench coat. Yeah, I had the katanas. By the way, for everyone who's found the one image left of me, and they've made it I think it's actually one of my spurned fans, like someone I banhammered, and who got pissed and like just went to, you know, whatever. There was even a Tickled post. I used to frequent Tickled, and then it just got social justice. Fucking Tumblrized. But it used to be like a website for funny stuff. Just like, come on down here and scroll through some... It was like 4chan, but if it was funny. Why did I admit there's a 4chan? And I ended up on there, and it was all like a list of pictures of guys who were lonely neckbeard virgins. So, which only 2 out of 3 of those things described me. Wait, lonely neckbeard virgin. 2? Yeah, 2. Only 2 out of 3. We still have 2 working branches of government, and that ain't bad. Only 2 of those actually describe me, so... But anyway, and I like, sounded the horn. I was like, can everyone just, like, come and, like, support me and be like, that's Tolstoy, he's an internet character, that's why he dresses that way? No! Like, 3 people showed up, and then all of the people on the site were just basically like, yeah, because, you know, I was wearing a fedora! Okay, first off. Let's get down to it. Slowly, slow, watch it! It's hard to do it left-handed. Also, I have a stigmata on my fucking hand. It doesn't look like much because it's healing up, but it was like gushing for a couple of reasons. I went back up to Maryland to visit some friends, went to the driving range, and I got like the 250 giant ball-sized bucket. And I went through like 250 balls, and now I know why you wear gloves while playing golf. And then I was like, for some reason, whenever I get inside or get out of my car, this is my right, which... it'll either show up right on the internet or left. I'm looking through like a viewfinder, so it's mirrored. So like, this is my left, this is my right, and it's backwards. So anytime like I unplug the keys from my car, I always throw them over to my other hand for some reason, and I caught it and it drove the key right into the fucking stigmata. I have like the signs of the Lord. I'm like Rosemary Ann's exorcism over fucking here. So yeah, slow. What do I do with this hand? There you go. Yeah, my pimp hand. Yeah. Fucking slow. Watch it. Hey, let me hold it sideways, yo. Trigger discipline, by the way. That's what that's called. But I have you in my sights, therefore. Whoop. That's right, yo. You gotta go. My wrist is broken, yo, because I held it sideways. Actually, this hat's seen better days. I don't know if I can even get this to... Well, it's worn in. Yes, sir. Somewhere along the way, I picked up a fedora, and that's where it all went wrong. That's when I started doing crystal meth. That's when I robbed the liquor store. That's where it all went wrong, Your Honor. No, yeah, so of course I applied a fedora. And these days fedoras are fucking... Okay, right. No, let's get down to this. This is called a trilby. I know that all of you fags on the internet and all you hipsters like to... Well, hipsters. I don't know, you like to like keep calling it a fucking fedora, and I think it's just because like you're proud of your ignorance. That's something that's like distinctly American, man. We are just proud to be fuck-ups. We're like just proud to be stupid. And every time I hear someone say, oh, nice fedora, and it's a fucking trilby, I feel like you're a goddamn gun grabber who voted for Obama 19 fucking times, and you're like, clip, it's a clip, it's a clip, it's a clip, it's a goddamn fucking magazine. If you call it a clip one more time, I'm gonna be under your bed tonight when you go to sleep. I actually think that gun grabbers know that it's called a magazine and just like calling it a clip because they can see how riled we fucking get. It's like pointing a laser pointer at the ground and watching your dog flip the fuck out because it's like red dot everywhere. You know, no, it's called a trilby. A fedora does not have a bent-up brim in the back, and the fedora's brim is usually longer. For people who are shorter in stature, a smaller hat is preferable, such as myself. Makes us look less fat, less chunky. I look less like the mega chunk. I look like I don't live in the South if I wear this hat. Or maybe not. I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, there's a lot of hate, and a few of the images from my older works appeared on the net, and, you know, some people had to go, oh, darn milady, so I stopped wearing that shit. And they didn't really coincide. The reason that I stopped dressing all fancy, and the reason I probably did dress fancy was because back in the day, a lot of my, my hobbies were not very action-packed. I was really down with action figures, and I was really down with comic books, and I would visit the city a lot, okay? So, yeah, so I wore a lot of suits and ties, man. And, of course, if it was raining, gotta have the hat, son. In fact, I think, let me see if I can pull it up. Let me do what you do to everyone all the time, just fucking text while you're, is this person still talking to me? Go away, go away, go away. I think I've got an old video that I pulled off of the SD card off of my old ass BlackBerry, which I miss greatly, of what I used to wear. And then that thing's gonna go beep. I forget which watch does that. Where's the one where I'm like smoking a cigar? This is super entertaining what you're watching right now. Well, it fucked up. Anyway. So, yeah, I used to wear this. And then, like, one day I was like, yeah, I'm going to start hiking and get into maybe hunting. Haven't done that yet. Super want to. I went to a hunter safety education course and, you know, shot things with a shotgun. Pretty fucking cool. And once I started doing that, and I stopped giving so much of a shit about the city, and that coincided with a really, really bad experience that I had working with a bunch of NIMBY fucking liberals. And to put this out here, I'm a goddamn libertarian, so Republicans, you know, you win by default. You're not really that much better. But, goddamn, the infinite Jewish high-pitch, the gun control, just constant, and then just, eventually I just had to quit. It's a long story, and it's a dark chapter in my history right before a long period of getting drinky. Yeah, just drink it away. This isn't enough for me. I have to fill this with Everclear if it's going to be enough for me. Like, I'm not proud of that fact, but... So, yeah. That's when I stopped wearing the fedora. And, oh my god, look at my hair. Jesus! That's another thing, man. Hats just fuck up my amazing, beautiful, Asian-inspired hair. I'm a manly man. I care what my hair looks like, and I wear product and shit. Anyway. So yeah, I stopped wearing Le Fedora. The trilby. And the thing is though, in retrospect, people basically on the internet, I think, in order to make themselves feel better, have to bash on people. I've noticed that's like what losers do. Huge fucking losers. I'm calling you out as mega butt fucking losers. Because here's the thing. I'm pretty accepting of all, you know, all styles and everything, as long as it's not in my face, and I mean like lifestyles, like, you know, as long as you don't harm me or pose a threat to my life, like, I don't give a fuck. If you want to smoke, I'm huge on liberty, man. Like, that shit gets me, like, rock fucking hard, man. My sexual stimulation comes from the idea of freedom, man. I want for homosexual Arabic couples to be able to protect their pot plants with AK-47s, man. Whatever makes you freer. You know, like, the idea that, like, we have a government, a big Papa Nanny government to tell us what you can put inside your body. Like, that's not right, man. If you want to put dick in your body, that's your choice, motherfucker. If you want to smoke crack, you smoke that fucking crack. You know why? Because it's your goddamn body. And so, I used to tell myself, I used to have certain people in my life that I made fun of religiously, and I got a lot of people laughing, and they enjoyed it. But then one day, a friend of mine showed me Taxi Driver, which ironic. He's just like, Travis Bickle, that reminds me of you! And I think a lot of people in my parents' generation, like, when that movie was made, would say, like, oh, well, that's terrible. Travis Bickle, and we're, my generation, just like, fucking awesome. You know why? Because society sometimes grows so corrupt that eventually, hang on. The reason, maybe, that my society or my generation idolizes things like, you know, Taxi Driver is because eventually society becomes so corrupt and ass backwards that any resistance offered to it is often better than just continuing on the same fucking path of tyranny. No, wait, it was not the French national anthem. It was, yeah, anyway. Comic books and action figures. Oh god, I'm so amazing. He needs something to lean up against. Well, V can take a nap right over here. My desk is a fucking mess. Good thing you can't see it. So I started watching Taxi Driver, and my friend who showed it to me kind of commented. He's like, yeah, the main character is subtly a racist because he is such a loser that he needs to have other people to hate. So I'm just gonna put this out here. If you like legitimately have to find pictures of people that you find underneath you or, you know, beneath your so greatness to make yourself feel better, you're kind of a douche. Like, you're legitimately a pussy. You're kind of a loser. And that's coming from me. I'm a pretty big loser, but in the morning I wake up, I'm hung the fuck over, I drink my goddamn energy drink, I've got my day off, and I go, I don't care what anyone else is doing today. I'm going to do what I want to do today. And I'd have no need to look and to stick my fucking nose into someone else's asshole and smell their business. You know, it's whatever you got to do. If you got to smoke crack today, son, you smoke crack. Someone out there right now is watching this video and lighting up and going like, you're right. And you fucking do whatever you want to do. So, anyway, long story short, back when those pictures hit the web and I was dressing more like that, fedora neckbeard hate wasn't as big a thing. Now it's like the new big thing. And I'm just here to say, I don't understand. I don't understand. You go back to your country. No, I don't really get it. The biggest thing that I guess is that, first of all, I don't understand the idea of, like, socially acceptable dress. Like, society should not govern that at all. You should just wear whatever the fuck you want to wear. And I think it's super awesome that a lot of people, specifically feminists, are all like, oh, men who wear fedoras, because I think that, like, subconsciously they're, like, afraid that, like, this hat will, like, bring back the dark times when women were in the kitchen. So I think that's what they're subconsciously afraid of, and so, of course, they have to attack it with all the fiber of their being by strawmanning that shit and suggesting that if you wear this and other kind of neckbeard implements, such as the overcoat or the necktie or the katana for some reason, fucking katanas, that you are, you know, you are a lonely, sad loser virgin. And I maintain, I'm just going to put this out here, one, a hat does not determine alpha or beta. It's a goddamn covering for your fucking head. Like, a hat does not determine dominance. There are, just Google whatever guy you find as a panty dropper. Google, I'll do it right now. Look how awesome this supercomputer in my hand is. Tom Hardy, fedora.
Here are some matching pictures.
Oh no. Tom Hardy in a fedora? Yeah, but you're still wet. Yeah. Go ahead and try and dodge it. Yeah, but no. Dominance is not determined by a goddamn hat. It's fucking clothing. You'll take it the fuck off. So what, am I a loser virgin now and now I'm not a loser virgin? I'm still a loser virgin? Goddamn. Well, better call all my exes and tell them, I'm fucking, hello? I'm a virgin still, so I don't know what the fuck we did. I don't know. So, yeah. And then, the thing that also kind of, like, really surprises me is that, A, not only do we, like, falsely attribute these, you know, falsely attribute these, what's the word I'm looking for, properties to a goddamn piece of cloth that's shaped to protect your head, but the other stuff that was made to protect your head, a ball cap, is, like, not considered douchey. That's the thing I don't fucking understand. I almost really didn't want to do this review because it's like negative opinion level is over 9,000, and I don't even have a douchey ball cap to show you what I mean, but imagine that this was a douchey ball cap, so clearly it's a panty dropper because I fucking have it, you know. But just wear it like that, yeah. Just fucking, yo dog, I'm white, but I think I'm black, yo. Yo, from the streets, G-Unit, bro. Like, you look like a cocksucker. I'm just putting that out there. And here's the thing, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I don't feel the need to go on the internet and write long fucking rants and find pictures of dudes who are white with their pants hanging around their ankles like they think they're some sort of inner city gangbanger from Baltimore, when in reality they would just be what's getting gangbanged in Baltimore. The other thing that I dislike about ball caps being used as a covering for your head is that they often have shit written on them. It's always got to be some kind of sports team or something. I'm not a brand kind of guy. I'm not a fucking sheep, so I don't like things that have brands. I like the brand to be on a small label on the fucking inside, so I know who fucking made it, and I want small instructions on how to wash it and what the fuck it's made out of written on the inside of that shit. I really don't need to wear a hat that's the, you know, free hat limit 1, a giant fucking trucker hat to fit in. Anyway, I don't really wear these outside. I'm just gonna put that on there. I've only worn it a couple of times, and like I said before in my previous videos, it was because a girl said it looked good, and because she thought it was hot, and she sucked my dick. So your whole circular logic of like, if it wears a fedora, it must be a virgin, is kind of false. But this isn't really, again, I don't really wear this kind of shit anymore, because more often than not, I find myself out and about, out in the, you know, in the woods. Well, I would. You'd think that ever since coming here, I would be, like, super down to hike and kayak and shit, because that was what I planned to do. I was like, you'll just move to the south and you'll hunt more, you know? It's what you want to do. No. What you'll do is you'll get really depressed and fat and then just drink your life away. That's what you'll do. Yeah. But I'm being a pussy. I need to, as they say in the airborne, as all my airborne friends say, I need to get, quote, my oohs riled. I need to do more push-ups and be a man. And I agree. They're saying it, like, ironically. They're just all like, hard as a be a man, because they're making fun of derps. Derps, that was an old word I used to use to describe white boys who think that they're gangbangers, instead of the one to be gangbanged, which is what you win. Shaves and such. Anyway. But so a lot of times when I'm out there hiking, there's this thing called the sun. First of all, let me mention this. When I say I go hiking, I don't mean like I'm walking on a straight path. And I don't mean like when its weather is fortuitous. I mean like I've hiked in the dead of winter with a sleet falling down, and I've hiked in the summer heat where, like, other backpackers were taking cover in train stations along the Appalachian Trail and shit, going like, oh, don't go out there, it's too hot, and a fucking forest ranger with a Glock 18 on his side and a big old badge said, like, don't do it. And I said, you can't tell me what to do with your white... No, I have the white privilege, so fuck you. I don't fucking know. But I've worn a cadet hat before, which if you don't know what that is, Google it. Yeah, one of those. I've also worn a ball cap before. If you know what that is, then you don't lift, brow. Okay. They're cheap. I usually get them from Target, and they melt. Like, the cloth just fucking melts. I don't know. And it doesn't cover the back of your head. So I bought this hat a long time ago, and I've never worn it. I think I've worn it once for the opening of a review where I was making a joke that I would be hunting derps, and I was doing a Sean Connery accent. And I had my big leather armchair, so I felt like Rudyard Kipling. I know you don't know who that is. Look at the fuck up. Seriously, you should know this shit. Did you go to fucking high school? I dropped out and went to homeschooling, and even I know who Rudyard Kipling is. So I've never worn this hat. Yeah, for kind of fear that there'd be some scorn. For the most part, I don't give a shit. And all those years that I wore what I refer to as my glad rags, my fancy milady clothing, I never gave a shit. And the intimation, I know you don't know what that word is, I need you to look it up for me though. Girl, you put on some big boy panties and look it up. The intimation that I was wearing that shit to impress women with my ladies so that I could get pussy because I was a loser, I never thought that way. I never gave a shit if a woman thought I was attractive or not. I just thought it looked cool. And I remember one time when I stopped wearing them, I started doing the flannels, and, you know, after a few years after I quit my job in the city and became more of a country boy, I'm not a country, but anyway. This dude who knew me, who was from Philadelphia, I just knew him from the bar, and we're at the bar chilling, and he said, well, whatever happened to the suits and ties, man? And I said, I don't know, I just stopped doing it, you know, I mean, just everybody changes, I reinvent myself every few years anyway, and he went, well, I just always thought it looked really cool, like, you know, you just didn't give a fuck, and that's true, and unfortunately, the older I get, I find that I'm giving slightly more fucks, not many, but slightly. So, because of that, I don't think I'd ever be able to wear this in public, but it would really help when I'm out there hiking, because it's a covering for my head, and I don't think that I'll get bitches out in the woods, although I have gotten a bitch out in the woods. That sounded rapey. The words I wanted were used, not by me. Not trying to be weird, not trying to air personal information, just saying I have to, for the record, hang on there, feminists. I know that you see the fedora and you're already loading up to and just type away your triggered warnings, but I hate that bitch. I text that hoe, and I was like, girl, what up? She didn't text me back. I'm like, fine, bitch. I'm not black. Fucking, I don't know. Anyway, this is a 100% wool, felt, crushed wool, or whatever the fuck that is, redhead hunting hat that I found at a Bass Pro. And I don't think it looks too bad. I actually like the style. I don't give a shit what you think. I don't give a shit if you think it's my lady. Oh, well, I was gonna say, yeah, here we go. I don't have all of my katanas are all hung up, so like I'm not moving that shit. It's over there. I could show you, but I'm not moving the goddamn camera. But like, it's where it's at, and the stand that's holding it is falling apart. So like, I'm not gonna move that shit. But here you go. Here's the Dark Sentinel, which was my first sword. This was my first milady. So here you go. I don't care. Yeah. I don't care if this isn't a shot either. I don't care if it's, if it doesn't look good. Oh, I don't care if it doesn't make me look hip. I don't care if I won't get pussy. Oh, no. I actually, this hat is, like, fucking comfortable. Fuck all y'all. Next time I go hiking, When are you going hiking, Tolstoy? When will you do that? When will you get a life? Well, I could go tomorrow. But you're making YouTube videos. And it's gonna rain its fuck off tomorrow. You just got through a whole speech about why you don't care if it rains. Shut up! Anyway. So I actually kind of like this, and I think I might wear it next time I go hiking. But this isn't even a fedora. Actually, it is. Technically, this is a fedora. Kind of. I believe there's another word for this. There's an Australian word for what kind of hat this is, and it's called an akubra. It's called an akubra, mate. You wear it so that the sun doesn't burn the skin off of the back of your fucking neck. I'm white, and I go out in the sun. I need tools to keep me shaded and warm. And if it looks like this and it hurts your vagina, I don't give a shit. You need to put some vagina cream on that, You need to get your shit together, okay? I want you to get a backpack and put all your shit in it, together. Bring it to the shit museum, sell it at the shit store. I don't care. But get your shit together. In a backpack, together, your shit. So yeah, other than the fact that it, like, fucks up my hair, and also ticks. I'm pretty lucky. I mean, I was wearing a pair of pants, and I think I'm going to do a different review about that. about my hiking pants and explaining a few things that I might need to actually apologize for. But they have permethrin in them. Look it up. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Tolstoy's done explaining that shit. You need to look up what permethrin is. Anyway, so I'm lucky. I haven't really gotten any ticks, and I've been hiking for years now. It's been a couple years, except for I just stopped. I went back up to Maryland, and I was at a party, and one of my friends was like, "So, have you hiked yet?" He was actually my cameraman. You know, the guy who started filming me when I was going out on those excursions, and I was like, "No, I haven't." And he said, "What did you do with the real you?" I don't know. But I'll fix it. Maybe. Put out the word. This is completely unrelated to this whole video. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if it's 27 minutes in. I don't give a fuck. I'm awesome. I'm really going on like this big action-adventure video game kick. And when I say action-adventure, I'm not talking about Legend of Zelda. I want no mystical universes. None of that shit. Give you an example. I replayed Far Cry 3. Fucking Jizz Festival. Far Cry 4. You know, that's a dry orgasm because she already milked your cock. And why am I talking about this shit? Oh my god. Parent groups everywhere are gonna have my fucking head. Replayed the Tomb Raider remake. I know that they made the next Tomb Raider. It's only for Xbox. My brother has one, but I don't feel like playing it. And also, money. It needs to get cheaper. And I'm replaying Uncharted, even though I really hate that series because Nathan Drake handles like a fucking, like, the gummy controls. But I super love the story. So that Indiana Jones kind of thing, if any of you all can make a recommendation for the action ventures so I can keep my kick going, please leave a comment below and send $5 to me at 279. No, I'm just kidding. I wore this hat once or twice. In fact, no, this isn't the Milady hat. But anyway, this was a big mistake. I will put this on once. The only time I've ever used this was Crazy T! Yeah, this is crazy. I stole Crazy T's hat because Crazy T is from the Blade Emporium, clearly. He's a used knife salesman, as it were, you know, and he's shady and he lives in your basement. That's an inside reference that almost all of you will not get. All 5 people who watch this video. Yeah, you know, this is a really terrible, awful hat. It makes me look fat, it makes me look short, and it is ridiculous. Even I can't argue that this looks good. And I don't know what the difference between this and the other hat is, that I have a problem so much with this one. But I bought it once, and I've had kind of a love affair with Western-looking stuff, and I'm going to go ahead and just, like, claim moral superiority here. My family is a bunch of Sooners. On the one hand, my dad's side, Eurotrash, and my mom's side, Sooners. I'm not going to tell you what the fuck that is. You need to go watch some drunken history, you need to go Google that shit, or go back to fucking school and read a fucking textbook, because you sound like a fucking retard. So, they're all like rich cattle ranchers who all own Cadillacs. Well, I'm just like, that's like the imperative, man. Like, you need a Cadillac. Just what are you doing not driving a Cadillac? So, like, Crazy T, that's almost legit. That being said, I don't know why I bought this. This was actually a really, really nice hat. And I'm going to make a couple of comments real quick. Your shitty ball cap that you claim some sort of, like, fashion superior, this makes you fucking alpha as shit, was made in Thailand by a child's hands of sweat fucking labor. If you have anything to judge a piece of cloth that goes over your head to cover your head from the sun, if you have any fucking thing to judge someone about that, be it not the shape, but who fucking made, well, the function, certainly, but who fucking made it? I'm very conscious about what I wear and where it fucking comes from, because I'm a good person with a 3rd grade reading level, or maybe higher. Murica. Tibet. Never coming off. Motherfucker. Japan. China. Ladies, your favorite part. Hang on. Ah, yeah. There we go. Mexico. I don't know if I can do this. Finally, Murica. So basically, I'm claiming moral superiority on the grounds that most of what I wear was, even if you don't like the shape of it and you think it makes me some sort of like sad, lonely virgin loser, was sourced from a much more ethical and industrial part of the world where small children weren't forced into, you know, fucking slave labor to produce it. So, and also it helped keep people in this country fed and clothed. So basically what I'm saying is if you're one of those people who hate on neckbeards and fedoras and whatnot, suck my dick. I think you need to suck it. Yeah. Actually, I really don't give a shit. This is not like something I'm like really riled up about. It's just that I had to think of like a first video to do, and I've thrown out 3. Maybe I'll include the footage. My cousin came over and wanted to do the 12 or the what's that movie called? Fucking World's End. Yeah, the World's End drinking game. Oh god, we started filming. He drunkenly erased all the footage, and I don't have the heart to tell him. The only piece of footage left is me finishing. I was the only one to finish.
Oliver, Pete, and to us. You know, because 10 pubs isn't bad. It's not. But we're calling time. Okay.
Shit!
Don't pause.
We need no pause. Did we finish off? No, did we? Son of a bitch. I didn't wake up till 2 p.m. the next day. Never again. Well, TKE here for the first time in HD. Thanks to a good friend of mine who forwarded me an HD camcorder. Actually, months ago, I've been meaning to crack out a video, and this is the first time off that I've gotten since I arrived in the glorious state of North Carolina. I believe his YouTube channel, it used to be, I've known him since he was Atomic Pyro, but I believe now it's under Hank's Ranger. If you're into trucks, if you're into tractors, if you're into Mr. Fix-It, go to that channel, check it out. Real cool dude. I've talked with him several times. We've known each other for a few years, and I dropped those. I was like, well, I want to make more videos, but, you know, I don't have an HD camcorder, and I don't want to go backwards. Anyway, so he sent me this camera, and that's how I'm coming to you. I've had a hard, difficult time getting on, I know what I want to talk about, but since I've been down here, the lack of going to a gym, and I can get into that, I could do that for a long time. There's only one gym, and they want a $200 entry fee, and I just, nope. So, just that, and in culmination with the southern fried food, is just, yes, take a look at that. See, the belt buckle, that's how you know, that's like the fat gauge right there. If the gut begins to extend past the belt buckle, that's when you know you're in trouble. I haven't like lifted or ran. I mean, I ran a couple of times at a local reservoir, and it's okay, but anyway, long story short, this is, yep, and then they got the neck beard, and that's what we're doing, yep. I can't believe I'm going to throw my hat into this ring. I don't fucking know what the fuck I'm talking about. This is just AIDS. This is just AIDS. This is anus burger. Like if someone took an anus, actually, you know, really, that's what you get when you're eating a hot dog. So me saying anus burger doesn't exactly like, oh, that's gross. No, just think about a hot dog. That's what it is. Okay, let's try this again.